Welcome back to the third quarter of the Bobby Dupre Show, along with my sidekick, Mr. Andrew Guitros.
Good morning.
And what we're going to start, let's not forget our very, very important sponsors.
Let's talk about some hot pepper sponsors. Targill, if you want to get some seasoning and supplies, so kitchen supplies, cutlery supplies, butcher supplies, Targill can handle all that for you if you're looking for the seasoning. Everything from a guy with an outdoor kitchen all the way up to if you're a grocery store or a restaurant that needs all those types of supplies, or if you want to sell your own recipe of seasoning, they can package it and do logos.
A lot of the restaurants and stores have their
own brand. They can do their own branding for you. If you got a pretty good recipe but you need some help, they can help you with recipes as well. They've got a list of recipes that can be branded under your brand. Call Targill, Targill.com.
We're talking to you all from no matter where you all listening on your computer, watching it on
worldwide.
the computer. Worldwide. They can work with you on the computer and send you some samples, and they can show you some sample labels, and by golly, you can sell it or give it away under your own name.
Steamboat Warehouse. Get mama away from the smell of her own cooking. Go down to historic Washington, Louisiana, and try out all the great cuisine they've got there. Great seafood, great steaks, huge wine selection, nice adult libations as well. The weather's starting to cool off a little bit. You can sit out on the wharf and enjoy the ambiance of steamboat days right there in Washington, Louisiana. Tell chef owner Jason Huguet we said howdy.
And you might see Lindsay Lee. You know Lindsay Lee that retired from the Elks Lodge is now helping Jason and the chefs and everybody over at the Steamboat Restaurant. He does some of the assisting of the prepping. That's a big, big portion of a successful restaurant today, getting the food out in a timely manner and in a manner that you get the same taste week after week, month after month.
There you go. And Sears here in town, owned by the Faust family right there. They're on Cresswell Lane. The big little store. It's not just a catalog store. Go ahead in. You can get any kind of appliance from your refrigerators, your washers and dryers, your deep freezers. They've got all that there. They got all your lawn and gardening stuff, from the tractors to the little bitty riding mowers, push mowers, weed eaters, and all the gear that goes with that. I got to pick up some weed eater string, as a matter of fact, now that I think about it. All that's available to you. Television sets as well. Go by Sears of Opelousas and tell them we said hey. And one more, let's go with, how about Carl's Thrifty Way. All your medicinal needs when you get those prescriptions filled, go by Carl's. You know, he can compound multiple medicines for you. He's dealing with reputable people where he's getting that medicine. You always want to deal, you know, you read from time to time, you saw this big thing about a bad dealer providing some of these medicines. You want to go to a reputable dealer that you know what you're getting, you know it's a good quality product there with Carl's Thrifty Way, and they know what they're doing. They'll take the time to talk to you.
The feds came in with the police end of it, you know, criminal.
That big national thing?
Yeah, oh, yeah. They drove up yesterday and surprised them, and quite a big story. And they sold these compounded medicines apparently all over, particularly on the East Coast and the East, and I guess the Midwest and all.
They wasn't doing none of that stuff right. So that's why you want to go to somebody you can trust locally.
Let's go with a camera. With a picture. Photo. Let's get a couple of photos.
There is our friend Hadley Castile back behind his house.
Yesterday, you can show a couple of pictures and I'll be talking. Yesterday, Joe Fred and I went to visit over at the nursing home where Hadley is resting. And when I say resting, he was sleeping sound. We tried to wake him up, but he wasn't in the wake, and he was taking his nap. I guess we went at the wrong time. But I've been wanting to really show some pictures that you just showed. I call him the ambassador for Acadiana. The culture that we live, he is the culture. He's got the Cajun, he's very fluent in French, he's very fluent in English, he's toured around the world, and no matter where he goes, He lets people know what the Cajun music is. He'll pull that fiddle out just on anybody ask him, he's going to play it, and has been for many, many years. He says ever since he was a young boy, he's been very interested. And I don't think he ever imagined that he would ever get popular like he did.
To do it full time? Because
he retired from a good business. He had a very good plumbing business, and just felt that he had another calling, kind of like people that become ministers or priests or whatever.
And it was a lot like, it was kind of a vocation for him in that it wasn't just the idea of playing the music, it's the fact that he could bring the culture to everybody.
And he had his own little band at home. He had a son, Blake, and his granddaughter. I know her name, Jade, right? And
but Hadley, we know it's a tough health issue right now, but we're praying for you, pulling for you.
And y'all keep the family in your prayers, please.
And we got some more photos.
Yes, I was picking up some clothes over at Barney's Cleaners and saw a motorcycle gentleman there, so I had to go talk to him. And I figured, well, I have to do one step more. I'm going to take a picture of him. And that's Larry Savoy. He works offshore, and he's proud of his new Harley Davidson he purchased recently. And nice talking with him. And here's two young ladies that work in the convenience store over at the Quarters.
Well, another one of our good sponsors.
Another one of our good sponsors.
When we talk about the convenience store there, you can see all the stuff they've got. Not just a little bitty booth area where you check out. They've got a huge convenience store. They do crispy, crunchy chicken. They do Subway sandwiches in that convenience store. Good Chevron gas outside with a good, nice cover and well lit.
And truckers, don't forget the diesel pumps, nice, well managed, and you know, they want us to thank all of you for patronizing their business. Their business is really on the grow right now. They're really doing well, and they ask that we please thank all of you for your business. And of course, 24 hours a day, you can get a lot of those good products.
And you can also try your hand at gaming in the Mexican restaurant inside as well. And here you are, you were shredding at Miss Vicky's, I guess.
Yes, that was last week.
That's a butterfly on the hood of
a butterfly, yeah. On that, my little phone, I showed it up big. Yeah. But we can't do it over here. But anyhow, I was cutting grass in the back of her house, shredding, and she's got some pictures. I think I might have a picture.
I got this one.
And then that's her granddaughter, Vicky's granddaughter, Jenna Grace. And Jenna Grace will have a big 2-year-old birthday party Saturday in Bourdonville.
There you go.
And this was, must have been maybe Monday. Went by the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church grounds and the new church building that's being rebuilt, I guess you could say, because the old church from the 1800s burned. And the new church is going to look very much like the old one, but with a lot of modern conveniences, and it's really coming along. Father tells us that Nunez, that they kind of getting him to believe that we'll have Christmas Mass there. So I hope it is.
I would bet even if it's a little bit rough, y'all could kind of sneak in and do that, even if you got to fine-tune the last little bit.
Yeah, but you know, they got to go through the, you know, you're a priest, huh? You're a priest in that picture I saw.
Well, I was in my military uniform. I'm portraying Lieutenant Father Verbus LaFleur in the St. Andrew Parish Church church tours. And one thing I bring up while I'm there, if you see me there, ask me about it, is about the Father LaFleur scholarships, where they're helping kids 8th grade level going into high school at the Catholic school in Ville Platte, here in Opelousas, as well as the one in Abbeville. So want to remind people of that while we're talking about it.
And on the left in the blue shirt is Jason, and he's with Master Builders, the contractor that has the job. He's the superintendent on the job. And then Ricky LaFleur, policeman for the town of Washington, and the person I've known for a long time. The other young man just met him, and I think he's married to a girl from that area.
And that's all my photos. I got them all in.
You got them all? I thought we had...
Who?
No.
What? Who else you got?
No.
That's all I got.
That's all you got.
I got him.
No, you have me. You didn't show me.
Oh, you want me to show just you? I got that.
Yeah.
How about this one?
How about that one?
Ta-da.
I was there. Sometimes I got to show that I've been there. I've got to get on the other side of the
That's what he was fishing
picture.
for.
There
I'm like,
go.
I thought I got everybody, but there's one more man I hadn't got. How about one more sponsor, too, while we're talking about all this? Let's hit LEC Group, all your home health care needs. LEC Group can help you as with the nurses, with the equipment, the beds, the oxygen stuff, the lift chairs. They can help you with the nurses, the therapists to come in your house. Louisiana Healthcare, all about helping people. And they also got palliative care and hospice care available as well.
Last Saturday morning while having breakfast over at the Palace Cafe, Joe and Raymond Simeon, the Simeon brothers, came by to visit. And Raymond ate. I don't think Joe ate. Joe's very, very much in pain, I guess you could say right now. His wife, Mary, hospice is visiting.
Oh, really?
So things are really bad. So if you would keep Joe and Mary in your prayers, please. They got married. You know, you do a little reminiscing when you thinking of what you can do. And what I did for them is that wedding was held in my backyard, my beautiful pond area back there, and the outdoor kitchen. God's been good to this little boy. And I mention that periodically. I don't want to be a preacher or anything, although it looks like several of my buildings end up getting used.
Turn into churches.
In the churches, the newest church, of course, is the Daily building, which is mine now, right to the rear of American Bank on Union Street there. And they have really done a wonderful job. They, meaning the congregation there. Knowlton Brown called me, and I knew Knowlton and his group would do a good job. And then Tony Lonclo is the preacher there, and they're a large family, extended family, and work together, and I want to thank them for all the beautiful updating they've done on the interior of the building. And we had painted the building about 2 years ago, so the exterior looks good and fresh, and they put that nice, beautiful new sign. I'll have to take a picture of that sign. And
you did? We showed it when they were putting the sign up and everything
when they were
2 weeks
putting
ago.
it up, that's correct.
Music and Markets this Friday, October 19th, starts at 5:30 p.m., ends at 8:30 p.m. The music's going to crank up at 6 p.m. The classics that play Cajun and Swamp Pop will be entertaining. They're going to be set up in the St. Landry Bank parking lot, and over across the street around the courthouse square and around the Delta Grand is going to be, well, I'm going to butcher this and say it wrong, Fête à la main, which I guess is made by hand from 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. You're going to see stuff made by Jerome Ford, Deanie Pinnick, Robbie Sebastian, Deantia Benjamin, Mariah Henry, Larry Primo, and a whole lot more. So go by, enjoy arts and crafts and music.
They're doing some new fiddles.
The new fiddle project.
And they need some sponsors. So if you'd like to be part of the downtown, I guess you could call it almost renovation, rebuilding of the downtown.
Right.
This is what this is all about.
And this Saturday night, they're also going to have a sock hop at the Delta Grand. Back to the 50s. Doors open at 6 p.m. Admission's only $5. And come dressed in your 50s outfit. Scott Daniels will be doing the music. Called Delta Grand Theater at 407-1806.
On Tuesday morning in the Daily Advertiser, I read where the Community Foundation of Acadiana is going to be holding their second annual philanthropy awards luncheon, and that's going to be on November the 1st at 11:30 in Cajun Dome Convention Center. Well, last year I was awarded the award for St. Landry Parish, and the one that's going to be awarded this year from St. Landry Parish is none other than my nephew Reggie and his beautiful wife Marie Dupre. And I left a message on Reggie's phone yesterday morning and congratulating he and Marie. I had heard about it, but I didn't want to talk about it until it was kind of made
He's involved
public.
in a ton of projects. One that you and I participate in as well is Hope for Opelousas that they do quite a bit with.
Reggie and Marie, because they both being awarded this award. Very generous people and a very, very, they share what God is helping them with, and you trying to tell me something?
Break.
Okay, we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back because Reggie, I'll tell you how he answered me.
See you in a minute.